This is my so I have one video posted on YouTube. I'm very new to YouTube. Like I watch it, but very new to posting stuff on there. So we're trying this.
Oh,
You do
thank
look
you.
pretty with your hair down. Welcome. Welcome. I'm so
I
excited to have you. I feel like this has been um a project in the works for like a long time. Mm.
yeah, husband.
Sassy also makes beautiful headpieces. I have one here from her. I wore it during my birthday. I love Sassy's headpieces, and I actually do. I know it sounds nutso, but I actually do wear them. I actually, I actually wear them. So, yeah, Sassy's
I should
amazing.
wear that.
Sarsaparilla. I know there's two Sassies. There's Sassy Mandu and Sarsaparilla. So welcome in. I'm so happy to have you. I know it's super early for you, um, and it's confusing with the time change. I'm just pulling up some notes that I made. I know that we had discussed asking. I'm very like no made up today because I want it to be au naturel for today's show. Um, I know we had discussed having a heavy conversation today. You wanted to do that. You
Yes.
thought it was important. I'm going to
Yeah.
ease into it. I've been
Okay.
I'm going to ease into it because I don't want to trigger anybody. I have a history with disorderly eating. I've been every size of the weight spectrum. It's been a struggle for me. So I also don't want to trigger myself. Um, we'll have a Q&A, guys. So if I can't see if I don't respond to your comments right away, Audrey's going to help me mod. It's sometimes hard for me to see both. Okay, let's get into it. How has expressing yourself through fashion here on Whatnot impacted your sense of connection with others?
Oh, selling on Whatnot. Wow. I've made the best friends that I could possibly ask for on this platform. And selling is more than just selling. Like it's become like my whole world. It's a whole community for me. And I can't say enough great things about it. I wish everybody could get on here and sell. They would realize, oh my gosh, it's so much more.
Hmm.
So
When
yeah.
did you start? When did you start here on? Do you want to talk about a little bit about your history here on the platform, how you started, how you came to be?
Yeah, I mean, do you want me to talk about my health journey with it, or do you just
It's
want me
up
to
to you.
answer?
It's up to you. I just want to make it a safe space for you, myself, and the chat. So it's
Okay.
up to you.
Okay. Yeah, so I started selling in August of 2025.
Hmm.
And the reason was because I had got long COVID in 2021. And I got it so severe that I had to quit my job. So I was a support worker
Hmm.
helping people with disabilities.
Hmm.
I worked with people that had ADHD, um, cognitive development issues, you name it.
Hmm.
I dealt with, and I loved it, but I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't even walk. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't.
Hmm.
So I ended up starting up with a home share company
Hmm.
and then have people with disabilities live in our home with us.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's been better for me because then I don't have to leave the home. So we've had a number of different ones that have come in. Some have ended up leaving to go to group homes. Um, yeah, so right now, we have one lady. She's been here 4 years, and it's been great. It's been a good income for me, but Whatnot is great because it also helps with extra income on the side for me.
Hmm.
But yeah, so yeah, it's been hard selling because I have fibromyalgia. I've had it since I was 23. It's very, very painful every single day since I was 23. So I'm always in pain, and I'm trying to manage that. And then I've got the ongoing long COVID, so sometimes I can't breathe and I feel exhaustion every day. So that sometimes I change my shows, and people are like, "Oh, I thought you said you were on at 3." Or I'm like, "Sorry, I just couldn't get on yet." I'm changing things, and I keep hearing Kim say, "Consistent, consistent," and she's right. We need to be consistent, but sometimes you can't be consistent.
Hmm.
It's really hard. So I'm just battling along with there's a lot of stuff going on. And menopause, I mean, there's so many of us here that have menopause, so many girls that have dealing with their periods. And I know a lot of people on here are dealing with womanly things.
Hmm.
I talk to different women on here and they share their battle. So it's hard as a woman being a seller. It's hard. And I'm not saying guys have it super, super easy, but they have it easier in a lot of ways. And I just want to say kudos to all us women who are on here selling because it's not easy for us, right? It's not easy. A lot of us have anxiety. I've suffered with it for years. A lot of us have joint pain and aches and pains and womanly things, and right. So it's a battle. I have a severe hip issue. So, like, that's why I was standing when I was first selling. Now I'm sitting. I'm like, oh my God, now I'm sitting and selling. I'm like, I feel like an old granny in a chair holding things up. But people are really good. They come in and they still buy, and they've been really supportive. So I'm battling. There's so many things going on in my body, and I'm trying to deal with that and sell. So it's been quite a journey for me to be on here. But I only wanted to mention that because I want others to know, like, there's a lot of us
Oh, I can't hear you.
behind the scenes. Oh,
Oh,
you can't hear me?
they muted you, I think. I think they do that now.
Why do they mute me?
I think they mute us now when we say certain things that we're not allowed to say. I think I've noticed that in shows. I'm not sure. Yeah.
So what do I do?
Nothing. Keep going.
Oh, keep going. I see. Okay, I
Or
might
maybe
have
you
said
did you
a
get a call maybe on
no,
your phone?
no,
No?
no,
Oh, that's weird.
no,
Okay.
no. Yeah. Um, yeah, and so on the flip side, hi, Elizabeth. So I've got my husband and I have been married 36 years almost, which is nowadays it's like, whoa, forever. Um, and you guys know, I mean, having relationships is hard. That's one whole topic on its own. I've got 5 kids. They all have ADHD. 2 were on the spectrum growing up when they were young, so that was really hard. So I understand that, and people talk to me often about those subjects. So I understand the whole mental health. We've got addictions in the family. Oh my Lord, there's so much going on all the time. But I think what's got me through is I'm generally like a positive, happy person, and I just kind of battle through it somehow. And if I can help other people and encourage others, yeah, we have all this stuff going on, but we just need to do it at our pace. However, we can do that. If you can only do one show a month, do a show a month, like do a show a week, whatever. Like, it doesn't matter about, yeah, the numbers and everything. That's great. But I always do this. Don't look beside you what everybody else is doing. It's your journey.
Hmm.
Change it up if you can. If things aren't working, try different things. I mean, all over here in BC. I'm in Vancouver. I mean, Kelly's up in Prince George. I know Vintiquity and others, there's a few on the island. But I'm literally by myself down here. I didn't know, there's nobody that I knew of. There was a guy selling out of his car in Vancouver for a while. That ended. So here I am selling to all the Ontario people with this high shipping. Okay. It was hard. And I didn't have that shows where nobody would buy anything. So, like, I feel like I'm starting to finally get there. Like, I'm meeting more people in Vancouver now. It's really growing. So, yeah, I mean, it's been a really hard journey, but I'm just here to encourage people. Like, we're just doing life, and we're trying our best with what we have. Give up. Don't be a seller and you've got all these, health issues, or you've got anxiety, or you've got ADHD, or you've got other mental illnesses going on, just don't give up. Keep trying, even if it's in little bites. You can do it, and that's really my message today for people, because there's a lot going on behind the scenes that people might not know on here. There's a lot of people struggling, a lot of people struggling on here. And we're here for you. We're here for you guys. Like, we've all been through it. I still go through all of it. I'm familiar with all of this. So we just got to keep trying and not give up, you guys. Yeah, we can do it. We can do it.
I'm happy that you mentioned Kim. because I didn't mention at the beginning, Kim usually opens up the show. She's the first one to say she's all about consistency, but she's never about the grind. Like she's very anti the grind if you follow Kim. Unfortunately, Kim's mom recently passed. She's given me permission to let the Whatnot community know. I've asked her for permission. I've known about it for about a week now. But I didn't want to say anything until she was ready. So that's why Kim is not with us today. That's why she hasn't opened the show today. So let's send some hearts to Kim. It's a difficult time for her. She has to make all the organizing, all the she's doing all the organizing for her mother's um, estate and funeral, and has to deal with the grief at the same time. So please let's send her that love um, and condolences. That is why Kim isn't with us right now. But Kim would be the first person to say consistency is important, but there's a difference between consistency and being on the grind. Um,
Yep.
um, I really appreciate everything that you are talking about this morning. I know how hard that is, especially as someone who struggled with disorderly eating. And I also suffer from ADHD, something that I was unfortunately diagnosed as an adult. I wish I was diagnosed as a child. It would have saved
Too.
me. Yeah, it would have
Yep.
saved me so much grief and heartache had I been diagnosed. Something that I have noticed when it comes to women's health, and I'm a big advocate for women's health, is that, we have the biggest killer of women right now is stroke and heart disease. Um,
Mhm.
we know this. And I think that it's always like stroke and heart disease doesn't just come out of the sky. Often, yes, it's because of genes and genetic issues, but often it's also caused by lifestyle choices, things that have gone missed that have led to heart disease, stress, mental wellness issues. Disorderly eating is a big cause of heart attacks in women and heart disease in women. It's Dieting is very, very, very hard on a woman's heart. And also the weight that we carry in our lives from day to day. I don't think enough is researched on women's health when it can be. I think a lot more can be researched um, on things like perimenopause, other other hormonal ailments, things like insulin resistance. That is a major cause of diabetes, type 2 diabetes. Um, um, Different health diseases. We get told that we're supposed to do a pap smear once a year, but many of us don't have obstetricians to go see to do that,
Yep.
you know? And I'm a parent I'm a mom. I'm a daughter mom. I have a daughter. Sorry, I couldn't find the words there. I am a girl mom, and it's very scary. I hope that there'll be a lot of changes because I'm recognizing, you know, sometimes, helping out with my grandmother or watching my mother get older and having, she has her own issues. My other family members have had their own issues. I've watched health issues affect so many women in my life and thought, if there was more research done, a lot of those things I think could have been prevented. And the same thing goes for um, COVID. There's still so much about COVID that we don't know. Um, and it's like almost as if the pandemic has slowed down, obviously. We don't hear that much about COVID anymore. You can't even really get tested for COVID, which is actually really important for people that so certain people, the COVID illness won't show up on a regular COVID test. They actually have to go in and get tested. People with autoimmune disorders, often the COVID doesn't show up on their COVID tests when you do the home testing. So you have to go in, get tested to be able to qualify for certain antiviral medication. And sometimes to be able to get that kind of testing is quite difficult. Um, Anyways, here in Quebec, um, I hope stuff like that changes, and I hope that there's still more research put into to help that, because when you look at our hospitals right now, they are so overcrowded, and doctors and nurses, I wouldn't want to be a doctor or a nurse right now. And you would think that flu season is over, but I know that my mom was recently unwell and she was seen in the hospital, and she wasn't seen for like 10 hours. And my mom's a senior. My mom's in her 70s and she was really, really sick. And she wasn't seen for 10 hours. Like, that's a disgrace. That's a disgrace to be triaged and then pushed aside when you are pretty, pretty sick. I understand that there's so many other higher priorities, um, but there's a problem right now when it comes to women's health and women's physical health, women's mental health, women's diagnosis. There's so many times I have, as somebody who has been overweight, and I'm actually a bariatric patient. I've had weight loss surgery. There was a period in my life where I had witnessed obesity bias as a woman, where I would go into the doctor, go to see my doctor at the time, no longer my doctor, and they would just look at me and say, "Well, you're fat. You need to lose weight." And you're like, "But how? How am I supposed to lose weight?" And, we're seeing this body positivity movement, which I'm all about body positivity, but I think a big part of the issue is that body positivity movement is often funded by these big corporations that are promoting unhealthy eating choices, high sugar, high fat products, um, and just telling people, you know what, it's okay. Body positivity, we all come in different shapes and sizes, which I agree, we do. But then they find out that they have a lot of health issues and they go to the doctor, and I mean, it's so much worse in the States, right? Because you can't even,
Yeah.
here weight loss surgery is covered. In the States, it's nothing is covered. Um, in the States, they're basically like you're on your own. So I was somebody who struggled with obesity bias. I went to a doctor who basically told me, well, you're fat. You need to lose weight. You need to lose like at least 40 pounds at this point. And that was before I was like I was at one point morbidly obese. I weighed almost 300 pounds. Um, and he was like, well, you need to lose weight. You're fat. That's your problem. And that I find is always like the first thing that a doctor will say to somebody is, oh, you're fat. Like, you need to go and exercise or go and diet and go and do this. And it's so unhealthy. And it's usually a man. It's usually a male doctor that will say that. Not always. So I was fortunate enough to change doctors. I got a new family doctor, and I went to the family doctor and I spoke to her about my weight issues, and she was very, very she did not she was non-dismissive, listened to me, and she had recommended this doctor who's a specialist in he's an endocrinologist. I can never say that word. Um, I'll mention his name because he saved my life, Dr. Tsoukas. He's part of the MUHC. He specializes in insulin resistance, diabetes, women's health issues, um, and obesity. And I went and I saw him, and he was like, "We need to help you lose weight." And I was put on I was put on the wait list for weight loss surgery. I was put into a special clinic that specialized with type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance, um, therapy for disorderly eating, and um, and essentially a preparation to have the surgery. And I was also not left after the surgery. I had 2 years support after the surgery, full therapy, um, and it was great and it was lovely to see. And so there are services available. The problem is that some of us don't have family doctors. Some of us don't have great family doctors because this bias in the medical system still exists. I don't know how we got to this point, but you were talking about women's health and how much you struggle, and I just wanted to comment on that and say there's so much that isn't talked about, and I believe that there is a strong bias against women in our healthcare system and a strong bias against obesity in our healthcare system. Um, it's a struggle. I don't know if you have anything that you want to add to that, Danny. Um,
My diet mustache challenge,
yeah,
because that ties into it. And I know
you're
us
cutting
do
out
that.
again.
And,
Guys, before
oh, I'm
before yeah, just am I cutting out as well? Or is it just Danny? I just want to know if it's maybe it's just Danny. Okay, I just wanted to know if it's maybe my
can
connection as
you
well.
guys, can you,
You do cut in. You do cut in and out. Like we can't hear you right now. Yeah, we can't hear you. Can you go to
um,
cellular? Can you switch to cellular? Can you
okay,
put your if you have data? I don't want to tell you to use your
okay.
data if
Can
you
you hear
don't.
me now? Can you hear me
Yes.
now?
Yes.
Okay, maybe it's a Wi-Fi issue then. Okay,
Happens. Much better.
okay.
Much better.
Sorry about that. Yeah, no, I wanted to talk about that. It's really important. I think people don't really understand why I'm doing it because you think, oh, you just want to have a diet, ha ha ha.
Hmm.
I'm like, well, no. So what happened to me? I mean, weight wasn't like a huge issue in my life until I started having children, and then I had postpartum depression, and so my doctor put me on some medication. So then I gained some weight from that. Then I had another baby, and it was gradual
Hmm.
until I was no longer in my size medium.
Hmm.
In my late 40s. I got back to it. I worked really hard. I had a cleaning business. I cleaned all the time with my girls, and I would go to the gym. Things were great until one morning I woke up and something was different. Something was different. I was bloated everywhere, happening to me. So I put on all this weight and realized I was in perimenopause, gaining weight and hormones and that was a nightmare. So again, I had to quit my job at that point.
Danny, can you put your phone on Do Not Disturb? I know what's happening. It's somebody's, you're getting notifications, right, on your phone?
I've had a few, yeah.
Put your phone, if you can, unless you're expecting something important, maybe
No.
put your phone on Do Not Disturb. It might help it.
Okay. Um, where exactly do I do that?
So you
I'm
pull
so
down
bad.
from the drop down menu
Yeah,
at top
yeah, I
and then
did.
click on Do Not Disturb.
I mean, I clicked on the ringtone. I click that off. There's no thing that says do not disturb. There's just
Here, I'm gonna see on, are you on a iPhone or on a Android?
iPhone.
iPhone? You should be able to
iPhone.
pull down the menu and then there should be like a circle or something that, or is there a button on the side of the phone? Do Not Disturb?
Oh, no.
Pull down on the right, so there should be, yeah, the moon button. Pull down on the right side at the top and there should be a moon button that you click.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Hang
That
on.
should help.
Um, do not disturb. Okay. Okay. Let's try that.
Okay.
Is that better? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can everybody hear me now?
So far, let's try it.
I'm sorry.
Let's try it.
Okay.
Okay, now let's talk.
Don't know why that's happening. No idea. Okay. Thank you for your patience. So no, what happened was, okay, where was I in the journey of, oh yeah. So then I had to quit my cleaning business because I couldn't do, my whole body fell apart with
Hmm.
menopause. And I'm like,
Hmm.
cool, as if I don't have enough problems. So I went to be a nanny because I thought, well, I can just sleep when the babies are sleeping because I was so tired. And then I found out I needed a CPAP machine. I'm like, oh my God, it's been one thing after another.
Hmm.
Anyway, so I've been trying to battle, losing some weight, and it's been so hard, with hormones and menopause and blah blah blah.
Hmm.
And I feel safe talking about this because most of the people on here are women, so everybody's like, yeah, I get it.
Hmm.
I'm not saying anything nobody gets, right? So then what happened is I thought, okay, I can't do this on my own. I need support. I just want to lose some weight because my doctor said it's probably good for you. I became pre diabetic, and that wasn't good for me. There was some other issues going on in my body. He said it's not good. As you get to my age, you got to be careful because you're going to start compounding and getting more problems, high blood pressure, which I have. And then um, there's just so many things that you can get when you get older with weight issues. You can get fatty liver. You can get heart disease. Like, I don't want all that. I want to be here for my kids, right? Like, I want to be around. So I thought, okay, what's the most humiliating thing I can do? How can I do this? And one day I thought, that's it. I'm going to start a diet mustache challenge. Ina got on.
I don't know why it's doing that.
It's working. Oh, no sound again? No
Yeah.
sound? Oh my God.
Do you have an AirPod that you can use, maybe?
It's not charged. It's not
Oh, okay.
charged.
Okay. We'll just go with it. We'll just go with it.
Oh, am I back now?
You're back. Yeah. It just cuts out
I don't.
briefly. I don't know why it does that.
Oh, okay. I can just repeat. Just tell me to repeat if you don't hear it. Um, my AirPod isn't charged, so I don't have. And we've got quite the we have negatively and say, oh,
Danny, Danny, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kick you off and then invite you back on. If you can go take a moment just to put your AirPods on a charger. Is that okay? Are you able to do that?
um,
And we could try it.
if my son has them.
Oh, your son has them. Okay. Is there
I'll
something
go
that's maybe
downstairs.
blocking the sound that's swinging? Is there something that's blocking the?
Fan
No, I'm
be doing
not.
it?
I'm recording. Is there a fan or something in the background?
I did have my fan on.
Okay, maybe we close the fan?
Closed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I take off my Bluetooth?
Yeah.
Ugh, this is so weird. I've never had this happen.
It's okay, it happens. We're learning together.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Now you're blocked out again.
I'm blocked out
Yeah.
again. Okay. Why don't you boot me off and I'll go downstairs and get the iPods from my son
Okay.
and I'll come back because his are
Okay.
always charged
Let's do that.
and then get me back.
Okay. Do
Okay.
you mind just writing hi in the comments so I could boot you out?
Yeah,
Or we could
for
just
sure.
leave it. We could just leave it and you can go and I'll just talk to the chat if you want. It's up to you. Or you can write hi and I can boot you
Um,
out and invite you back. I'll just write hi, I'll boot you out and
okay.
yeah. Or do
Oops,
you have
hang on.
another like a tablet or something?
Maybe I could talk on my computer.
Okay, let's do that. Let's try that.
Okay, I'll go get my computer. So just boot
Okay.
me off.
Okay, I'm gonna
How was
boot you
that?
off and then I'll
Okay.
invite you back on.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Remove
Yeah.
co-host. Okay, guys. I'm just gonna go over the comments, see if there's any. I know I missed a lot. I can't, I have a hard time following the comments and our guest at the same time. But thank you guys for your patience. I'm really curious to see your comments, so I'm looking back. I'm reading back. Okay. A photo of her and her prom dress. Oh yeah, 7 a.m. waffles. I will. I'll send that to you. I'll send that to you. Hi, Timeless Lex. I'm happy you joined us. Yeah, it's early. Thank you for your help, Audrey. Welcome in everybody that I didn't get to say hi to. I'm just catching up on the comments while we wait for Danny to come back. Lots of balls in the airs for sure, Ronnie. Go women. Um, Hi Kyle. Hi husband. Kyle is my work husband. That's what I call him. Good morning. Petals pockets. It's an important conversation, I think. Don't cry, my love. Don't cry, well dressed hot mess. I see my bestie Sassy popped in for a little bit. Daughter moms. I would absolutely do it again. I didn't do it soon enough. Weight loss, absolutely. I didn't do it soon enough. It was the best thing I ever did for myself. Your son had bronchiolitis at 6 months. Oh, wow. That's so bad. I'm sorry to hear that. It's expensive to buy decent groceries. Yeah, food is expensive. Everything is expensive right now. Gas is lower this morning, though, for some strange reason. I don't know why. Um, yeah, for people have a lot going on, losing weight is really hard. The price of it, especially to eat healthy. It is. Exactly, Al. They don't give you the tools. Tell Petals and Pockets. A great movie to watch is Brittany Runs a Marathon. That's a great movie. So but she's a stage 4 endometriosis and constant inflammation has made it. Yeah, women's health issues near GLP-1. It saved my life. Oh yeah. How do you feel on it, Ronnie? How do you feel on it? Tell us. I know the side effects can be rough. I agree with you, Sicilian. I agree with you, Josephine. I am there with you. It's, I am there with you. It's certainly part of the problem. Hi, Anita. Happy belated birthday to your son. I think you and me and your son share the same birthday. I feel that, Petal Pockets. And so then we're trying to figure out how to fix her phone. I'm sorry, I'm just going through the comments. Going through the comments. Hi, April. Yeah, weird app. I'm sorry, I wasn't sure if I sent you all a comment. I did have the best birthday. I'm also, it's not done yet, Sassy. It's my birthday week. And you know what's even more fun about my birthday week is that my daughter birthday is next weekend. Okay. So I get to celebrate my birthday and her birthday together this weekend. Okay. And then celebrate it again for her birthday next weekend. Isn't that fun? So tonight I'm going out with some friends tomorrow David's taking me out for dinner. We're gonna go do sushi and we're doing markets tomorrow. That's what we're doing for my birthday. And then on Sunday, I'm having family tea. You're waiting for surgery too. How long have you been on the wait list, Petals Pockets? What was the reason? There were a million factors that were the reasons behind my obesity. A million factors. There's a million factors that lead to obesity. It's rarely because a woman's sitting there or a person sitting there and just eating away or and not moving. It's rarely because of that. Sure, that plays a role. I'm not going to say that doesn't play a role, but there are a million factors that lead to obesity. Genetics, um, uh, insulin resistance, hormones, um, um, billion things, environmental factors, psychology, other related health issues, million reasons. Sorry, Danny, I'm just going through the comments and then we're gonna, gas is lower today, guys, fill up. Of course I filled up yesterday. Of course I filled up yesterday. Um, so GLP-1s aren't for everyone and also they have really hard side effects. Speak to your doctor on on you know, if it's right for you. My advice is really to us to find a really great what's it called? Endocrinologist. Thank you, David. Endocrinologist. Asked to be referred to an endocrinologist. They're usually more educated and less biased when it comes to weight loss struggles and obesity. Okay, so you're happy on it, Ronnie. I think so, Anita. Was it 2 days ago? Was it because I saw your thing? I wished him happy birthday. So cute. The party keeps going, right, Anita? We really are soul sisters. Um, hey, slow loss is still weight loss. What's the reason? Okay, we answered that. It's never one thing. They say 2 years. It happens. And with me, what happened was Pedal Pockets is they called during COVID. I had it during COVID. They called during COVID and they were like, we had a cancellation. Can you do it in 2.5 weeks? And you know, when you're going to do the surgery, you have to drink these shakes before to shrink your liver. So it's like you have to go through detox and you do that for 2 weeks or whatever time they tell you to do. And I was like, well, how am I supposed to get organized for that? But it worked out. There is a lot of crap in our food too. Yeah, a lot of chemicals. That's what I was saying though, because often you hear the about the body positivity movement, but it's often endorsed by a lot of these big corporations that are putting a lot of shit in our foods. Excuse my language. Um, for me, Sassy Mondo, I'm not sure, like for me personally. Oh, like what was my a million factors? The same thing. That's what I was told. It was a million factors. It's a million factors. Endocrinology, yes. I had a sleeve. I did the sleeve. And it's not effective for everybody, eh? It's not effective for everybody. Um, no, I was told it's a million factors. In generally, obesity is a million factors. Um, yeah. So yeah, I had the sleeve. I had gastric sleeve in 2021. Okay, that was fun. Okay, thank you for your patience, guys. Hi, Steph. Okay, where's Danny? Danny, where are you? Danny, I'm inviting you back. I'm inviting you back. There we go. Wow, 20 people in the room, guys. You're into it. Do you see Danny? Do you see the invite? I invited you. Did it work? Did it work? Did it not work? Did I invite the wrong person? Because it moves sometimes. Remove co-host. Okay. You don't see it? Okay, let's just go back to the way it was. Do you have your AirPods? No problem. No problem. Do you have any other questions that we want to ask in the meantime? Now's a great time. Yeah, even a wired headphone. Yeah. Danny and I spoke about having this conversation in advance, so it wasn't like I just threw it at her. It was really her idea. She came to me and said she wanted to do this. Maybe I have a question for the chat. I appreciate you too, Paddles and Pockets. Here, I'm gonna ask. Oh, Sassy, you're still bestie. You're still here. I wasn't sure. You just unlocked Memento Mori. Bestie, did you have a good trip? I know you were away. I need a crinoline from you, Bestie, and some gloves. I need a crinoline and some gloves for my daughter because I bought the most beautiful dress from 7 a.m. Waffles for my daughter. She's having her bat mitzvah soon. Um, okay, cool. Cool. Um, I bought the most beautiful guys. Follow 7 a.m. Waffles. She has incredible vintage stuff, but I want to get a crinoline, and Sassy is my crinoline dealer. She's my crinoline dealer. Um, so hopefully she has one. Okay, cool, cool, perfect, beautiful. Um, yeah, bookmark Sassy and bookmark 7 a.m. Waffles. She has great vintage stuff. Yeah, 7 a.m. Waffles. She has amazing stuff. I just bought a beautiful dress for my daughter from her. I bought a lot of things from her. Yeah. Um, okay, I'm gonna just okay. Just come and we'll figure it out. Just come and join us. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I do have a question for the Whatnot community. Um, throughout your Whatnot journey, for everybody, whether you're a buyer or a seller, I'm sure you've made a lot of friends here on Whatnot. Is there an emotional lesson that you've learned about yourself? So this is for the Whatnot community. So the guys in the chat, this is a question to you. Throughout your Whatnot journey, what's one emotional lesson you've learned about yourself? Go, if you want to share. You impulse. I do the same thing. I do the same thing. And I'm scared to set the I'm scared to set the thing because I'm scared that once like I'll set it and then I won't be able to fix it like later on down the road. Although I'm told that you can fix it after the setting duration has finished. I no, I understood what you meant. I understood what you meant as a buyer. Keep pushing forward. Yeah, good advice. Everybody follow Magnets by Marika. She makes amazing, amazing, amazing products, stickers, magnets. Follow Magnets by Marika. Really, really great seller. Yeah. Hi, swirly snail. That's so hard to say, but fun. Swirly snail Laney. You're gonna start at the end of the month. Okay, cool. So everybody follow Ronnie. She's gonna start selling at the end of the month. You're welcome. Danny, are you gonna join us? Are you coming back? Yeah, I was just telling them how you sell amazing items, 7 a.m. waffles, and that I got an incredible dress for my daughter from you, a beautiful 1950s prom dress, and I just want to give a shout out. It does help when when your friends come and join you. Sometimes I just look at it as like a hangout. Danny, do you want to come back or do you want to leave it for now? What do you want to do? It's up to you. I'm gonna as soon as it's gonna be in May, she's gonna wear it. And so that's why I was talking to Sassy, because Sassy has crinolines, and I'm gonna get a crinoline from Sassy, Sarsaparilla. I have a whole idea. And I'm gonna get her gloves, little gloves. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Yeah, it's gonna be in May. I'll send you pictures. Are you on Insta by any chance? Because I can add you on Insta. just having a conversation and running things. Yeah, just going with the motion. Okay, I'm gonna add you. I'm gonna add you on social. Danny, did you want to come back or you don't you yes? Okay, let's do it. You're back. Actually, 7A Waffles, I would love to have you a guest on this show in the near future in June. If you're free, we can talk about it. I can message you. I'd love to have you as a guest on this show if you're interested. Um, it says you're already co-hosting. Okay, hold on. Remove co-host, invite co-host. There we go.
Hear me
No.
now?
Oh, now it is. I hope it
You can
works.
hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I have no idea what's going on. I
It's
never have this.
it happens. So, you know what?
Yeah,
Sometimes it's just meant to be,
sometimes,
and
maybe.
I've gotten to have an intimate conversation with the chat, which is something I don't normally get to have during these.
That's not.
So it's nice. Yeah. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. Don't worry about it. Um, I have a question. So we were talking about Mustache Thursdays. It got cut off. Do you want to continue talking about that? Okay.
Yeah, I would actually, just so people know when they're
Hmm.
coming in, like what's going on.
Hmm.
Um, so it is quite humiliating having to wear the mustache of shame.
Hmm.
But I lost 9 pounds because of it.
Hmm.
It just kept me going. I wanted to do it. Easter was rough, so I ended up having to wear the mustache. But yeah, for me, and for anybody that didn't hear before, as you get older, it is really hard on your body having extra weight. And it's easy to say, well, we just have to love each other the way we are. It's not that. It's a medical thing. You have to be careful especially as you get older. And yes, it's very hard to lose weight. We've got, like Melody was saying, we have hormone issues. We have so much going on. It's so much more. Like I went to a specialist and she said there's this thing called ghrelin. Some people have more ghrelin than other people. Some people eat a lot. Some people don't eat very much. That person that eats more has more ghrelin. So you just got, unfortunately, more than other people. Then you could have mental health issues. You could have had some trauma in childhood. There's a million reasons why people gain the weight. And I feel terrible for all of us women because of our hormones. We're up, we're down. So I just did this challenge because I thought I'm so done. I just really need some help. And now I've got other ladies coming on and they're losing some weight. So it's just kind of a fun way to do it. Nothing judgy, nothing, over the top. Just a way for me to be accountable. And it's been kind of fun. We've had great conversations with people. And for those that are struggling with the weight issue, and I know a lot of people say they don't want to come on because of that. I've heard that as well. That was hard for me. I didn't want to go on, but I thought, oh, I got to do this, and push through. You can do it, and don't feel bad if the weight thing has been an issue forever. We just have to keep trying. I'm at my age now, and I'm still trying, and I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep going. Um, it yeah, it's hard, and we all do support each other, and we're all here for each other. And Melody, I love to hear your story about what you went through. I That's amazing that you
Thank
went
you.
through all that.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Who would know, right? I
Thank you.
mean, but it's great that you got there because health wise, it is important as you get older. You start to develop things. This is what happened to me. I became pre-diabetic because of my weight. Then I got high blood pressure. Then I got something else. Then I got three more things. And my doctor's like, yeah, maybe just try to lose some weight. So he put me on Ozempic. Okay, that helped with the pre-diabetes. Great. I don't have that now, and I lost a few pounds. Great. But it's not something that I can sustain the rest of my life. So, what I'm doing now, the program that I'm doing for my diet, I don't like to really call it a diet. It's just a change of eating. So, for me, I just choose different foods that kind of go together better, protein and vegetables, that sort of thing. And I would just want to do that the rest of my life and cut out sugar. So I just tell people on the Diet Mustache Challenge, you pick a program that works for you. And if you want to join, great. We have a Discord. We share recipes. We share our thoughts, our ups, our downs. So it's just for support. And that's what it is. So I just wanted people to know that didn't know.
Um, how does it make you feel when you do the challenge? How do you feel when you do it?
Well, when I wear the mustache, it's total humiliation. So I hate that. So it pushes me to be better for the next week. It's my accountability. Um, that's why tons haven't joined. I have maybe 6 people, which is good, but they don't want to wear it either. But doing it and losing the weight, I'm feeling really good. I feel healthier. I'm trying to battle all my other health problems. So I just do one day at a time, and I'm doing my best. That's all I can do. And I say to people, at least try. If you're struggling in some of these areas, just don't give up. Just keep trying, you know? And don't be down on yourself for it, ladies, because it's hard being a woman. Be kind to yourself. It's hard. And don't worry if it's not working or you haven't lost the weight or you can't go on a show or whatever, and you're struggling. Be kind to yourself. And I love that saying because I remember that.
Um, you do look beautiful. I adore you. I love you. Um, we've gotten to know each other a lot here on Whatnot. I'm just wondering, do you think that there's a kinder way, a kinder, more compassionate approach you can take when it comes to being accountable or your weight loss journey?
Oh, instead of wearing the mustache?
Yeah. Instead of shaming yourself, because I'm asking you because studies actually do show that shame actually doesn't work when it comes to weight loss. It actually usually has um, a positive effect. I'll give you some examples. I did a little bit of research, and this is something actually I have um, long-term researched because I was actually in therapy with a therapist that has her PhD in shame. Um, that's actually what she studied, and she was the therapist that was matched with me, um, provided to me as part of the weight loss clinic at the MUHC. So, and if you guys want to take notes and mod, if you want to write this down, you can. If people want to do some reading, and this isn't any way to shame you. This is any way to shame you. This is a safe space, Danny. It hurts me to see you shaming yourself when I think that you deserve the compassion because you're such a beautiful person. Um, so there is Kristen Neff, who is a leader in self-compassion and behavior change. Um, there's also in things like um, the journal Appetite. It shows how shame can actually trigger emotional eating. Um, in obesity reviews, it talks about long-term weight maintenance starts with positive support. Um, Another strong area that's researched is motivational interviewing. That's been researched. Studies published in journals like Patient Education and Counseling shows that fostering internal motivation and autonomy rather than external shame leads to better long-term outcomes in weight and wellness. Um, so I'm just wondering, also, I think a half a pound as a woman, half a pound is water. Or if you are, I know it may not be in your case, but um, a lot of us might exercise, we can gain weight and muscle. Muscle is stronger than fat. I know that when I started training, which is something that I would like to get back into, I've taken a break. When I started to see the numbers go up on the scale while training, it was really scary to me. Um, but that's what happens when you train. You gain weight. Um, you're supposed to gain weight because you're building muscle. There's a lot of different factors when we're looking at the scale, and I'm just concerned that, I'm not trying to put you in a corner, and forgive me if that's how you feel. I would never try to do that. I'm just concerned that you're not being compassionate enough to yourself when it comes to the mustache challenge. If there's something else that maybe, and we don't have to figure it out today, but maybe something that we can reflect on that might be a better way to motivate you, um, rather than shaming you, because I think that you deserve more. And that's the only reason I'm saying it. I think that you're beautiful. I think you do so much for the whatnot community. And it hurts me as somebody who has struggled with weight loss to see you do that to yourself. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, yeah, no, and I appreciate you saying that. Because yeah, that's why it needed to be explained what I was doing, because somebody could look at that and go, oh, you're shaming yourself, how horrible. But for me, like I am such a goofy person, as you know. I'm always dressing up, and I've been that way my whole life. I'll probably be that way till I in the grave.
Hmm.
I will.
Hmm.
And so for me, it's got to be kind of a goofy, funny kind of thing. So
Okay.
I don't feel shamed. I mean,
Okay.
we all laugh. We're in the behind the scenes, we're all cracking up.
Okay.
We're like, "Oh my God, you have to wear the mustache." It's funny. It's not something I feel bad about.
Yeah.
It's more funny. And we're just kind of doing it as we go. I mean, we might not keep going with it. We might just keep the Discord. But it is, yeah. And Ina says, it is fun. She dies laughing every time she sees it. And then they laugh about, okay,
Tom
I'm doing,
Selleck.
yeah, she goes, yeah. I think Stephanie was saying she was going to do the Tom Selleck mustache, and so then I was going to do like the man from France. So I did the woo mustache, and it's fun. It's not
Okay.
a serious, heavy. I'm all upset, depressed, or anything like
I just
that.
wanted
So
to make
just so
sure
you know.
that you weren't making yourself feel like shit
No,
because you didn't
no,
lose
no, no,
half a
no, no.
pound. That's all.
No, no, no. And
That's
you know
all.
what? Like I think when you do your first 10 pounds, you can lose that half a pound a week.
Hmm.
It gets to a point, like you were saying, when you start, sorry about my camera, but I'm in a
It's
different
okay.
spot. So
And if you
I,
guys see me
I
looking
don't
down,
have,
it's because I have notes on my phone. Um, so that's what I'm looking down at.
yeah. Um, so you know what? My brain, I can't even remember what I was saying. What was I saying? I don't know. Oh, we even talk about, hey, Easter's coming. I'm going to be wearing a mustache. Yeah, we have a lot of fun in the Discord. I think that's what I was going to say, because you were talking about working out,
Hmm.
Melody. And
Even my
yeah,
tummy is growling now.
so when you work out, you gain some weight from the muscle. So
You gain
I
a
was
lot of
thinking
weight
that
from the
too.
muscle. You gain a lot of weight from the
Yeah,
muscle.
and I want to start going to the gym. My physiotherapist wants me to do some exercise at the gym.
Hmm.
So then I thought, well, how's that going to work with the mustache challenge if we start gaining when we go to the gym? That's when it might start getting tricky. So for now, it's been fine. We might change it up and just stick with the Discord and just stay in there as a support system. So yeah,
Okay.
that's kind of where it's at.
Um, I see the question. I'm going to come back to that, Audrey. We're going to come back to that at the end we'll still have the question period. Um, let's go back to a lighter question. Um, so I've asked the chat this throughout your whatnot journey. What's one emotional lesson you've learned about yourself? I've asked that to the chat, and I'm going to ask you.
Um, Sorry, I wasn't listening.
It's okay. I know it's
I'm
hard. It's
sorry.
hard to focus. I know I have ADHD, and when I'm and then I'm daydreaming and the chat and then the conversation, and then I have my partner in the background, and then I have my tummy growling, and then yeah, and then I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do at the end of the day. I get it. I hear the
Yeah.
dialogue. I hear your dialogue. I share it. Yeah. How many women here
Can you
have
repeat it?
ADHD? Say it in the comments. I'm curious. But if you're gonna say that you have ADHD, um, please only say it if you've been formally diagnosed, because I find that there's a trend of people saying, "Oh, I have ADHD." Only if you've been formally diagnosed.
Diagnosed.
Diagnosed. And how many
Yeah.
people were diagnosed late diagnosis? I'm also on Vyvanse. I'm also on Vyvanse. I need to go up though on my dosage, I think. We'll let my doctor decide. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. Um, I imagine there's also, people with ADHD suffer from, and again, I'm not a specialist. This is just something that I've just thought of, a hypothesis that I have not researched. I'm not a specialist. People with ADHD suffer from rejection sensitivity dysphoria, and I'm wondering if there is a connection between that and disorderly eating. I've just thought about that. Rejection sensitivity dysphoria is when our brain basically looks for something that might be off pattern and immediately goes to worst case scenario thinking that that person wants to reject us, they don't love us anymore, they're going to abandon us, when often it's something completely different, like they've just had a hard day at work, or because we pick up on like little things that are off pattern, right? We're good pattern readers. I'm just wondering if that is something that might affect um, disorderly eating. Um, do you want to go into question period? I know that there was a question about self shame versus outsider shame. In my opinion, I think it's a cycle. I think when we
Mm.
shame ourselves, we subconsciously open up ourselves to be shamed from others. That's what I think. What do you think, Danny? And what does the chat think?
I mean, yeah, like I know something changes when you get older, and
Mhm,
Oprah said this too.
mhm.
When you get older, and she said this even at 40, but when you get into your 50s and beyond, you just don't really care anymore. That's the thing about getting older.
Yeah,
And if I had a chance to go back with a healthy, perfect body and I could be 20 again, not on your life.
yeah,
I worried about what everyone thought of me and I judge people, people judge me, all that drama and everything. No way.
yeah,
No. I just love being the age I am because um I there's no shame. To me, I don't shame others and I don't shame myself. That's how it is for me.
yeah,
I don't know about other people. Yeah, but that's me.
yeah. What does the chat think of that? I totally agree with you. I look at myself when I was in my 20s. I was thin in my 20s, um, and beautiful and perfect skin and had so much going for myself. I didn't see the possibilities that were in front of me because I was young. And it was, really the club era. Weren't at home on social media during that time. I graduated in 2000. We were at the clubs, we were out with our friends, we were hanging out, we were listening to Christina Aguilera and dressing like Christina Aguilera and dirty, and then going to the clubs and dancing to it. Um, and I remember being so focused on what people thought of me, what I was wearing, what I was doing, impressing guys, or, you know, rather than really living up to my full potential. I blame a lot of that on hormones too. When we're 20,
Oh yeah, big
there's
time.
things going on, and it's and you have ADHD, it's very distracting. And RSD,
Mhm.
undiagnosed RSD in your 20s, it's very distracting. It's hard to get your shit together. um
Yeah.
I feel that so much petals and pockets. That's actually kind of like what I'm getting at. So I look back and I'm like, "Ugh, if I was diagnosed early, you know, and I was a fairly good student. I can't really say that I wasn't a good student, and I had great support in my school. I think that the teachers knew what was up. I was also very creative, um, but there was an internal shame happening. I felt guilty. I also lived with, you know, uh, I was raised by my grandmother, who was, a Holocaust survivor, who had a different experience with food. We were talking actually about with Josephine. Josephine, are you still here? Josephine was a guest here on Fashion Friday. I don't know if Josephine's still here. But Josephine was a guest, Sicilian baby. She was a guest here on Fashion Friday, and we talked about how she had an Italian grandmother, and how food um, was so pushed upon us, food culture, partially because there was a time where during the war they didn't have food. So the way we see food as third generation as opposed to the way they saw food is very, very different. But also, there's a trauma there. There's a trauma when it comes to um, how food was pushed on us. And in my experience, I'm sorry, Bubby. I love you, Bubby. I love you. I love you, my Bubby. My grandmother's going to be 90. Um, we're going out to celebrate on Sunday. She just turned 90. She just turned 90. She's not going to be 90. She
Wow.
just turned 90. She's going to be 91. Um, God willing. She just turned 90, and I hate saying this. I feel bad saying this because I don't want to shame her. I understand where she's coming from. I've made peace about where she's coming from. But there was a period in my life where she would force feed me, make me eat food. But you like it. Come on, eat. You haven't eaten. Why don't you eat? Eat, 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 eat. And as I'm eating, body shame me. And I'm not holding it against her. It was a thing of the time. Um, that's, diet culture was really big in the 90s and the early 2000s. It's changed quite a bit, I think. Um, but I think that was her trauma response. Um, and I think that she struggled with how she saw herself. She projected a lot of her trauma onto me, and onto my mother. And I think now being a um, girl mom, it's so important for me to try to heal that. Um, are you also a girl mom? Do you have daughters?
Yeah, 3 girls, 2
Okay.
boys.
So I'd love to hear what you think about that and what the chat thinks about that. And if we have any other questions, we're gonna close up because we have to let Danny go get ready for her show.
Yeah, I mean, raising girls and raising boys, wow, huge difference, huge. The girls, it was really hard because, yeah, there was some definite issues with eating, and one of them was a little heavier, and so that really bothered her. One of them didn't really hardly eat at all, so
Hmm.
that's been an issue still. We're dealing with that. Um, so yeah, it is very challenging, and you're dealing with hormones and emotions, ADHD, feeling bad about yourself. There's just so much going on in your brain.
Yeah.
And all I can do is be supportive and say, well, I love you just the way you are, and you're doing great. And beyond that, what can we do?
Hmm.
I've had to find my way through it myself.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard. Do you
It's
have
hard.
any last things you want to bring up before we let you go? And does the chat have any last minute and well dressed hot mess? I love that you wrote that. Does the chat have anything that they want us to talk about before we let Danny go get ready for her show? We're gonna raid into her. I'll do a mini, very mini little show so that Danny can take some time to get ready. Danny, you let me know what time you want me to raid into you. We
Okay.
scheduled it for 1. If you need a few more minutes, that's fine. Um, do we have any last minute questions? And Danny, do you have anything? And it's been such a pleasure having you on the show today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Melody.
I'm happy we did this.
Yeah, I so enjoy just having this chat and being able to talk about the hard issues, because I just keep hearing constantly about what's going on out there with people, and I
Mhm.
thought, oh, I just want to address this. And just my last words on it is, like, I just love everybody on here so much. And just to keep going, that's my motto, never give up. You can do it. You're all doing great. I love everybody's shows. Everybody has something different, right? Like Melody, you had all those vintage pieces and everything. And I love the way you set up your table with the
Oh,
old
thank you.
fashioned photos. I just love that. Then you go to somebody else's and it's a Pokemon, and like my daughter and her friend do it, and it's going crazy. The music, boom, boom, boom. Then you go to somebody else's and it's really calm music, and they're selling these beautiful pieces of jewelry, and like everybody has something different.
Hmm.
And I love that. like we all bring something really wonderful to the table, and just be yourself on here. And we're going to make it. We're all going to get there, right? And it's such a great community. I love it. And I just love all you guys. Like I've made like friends for life on here. I'm just so grateful for that. What a great community. Amazing.
You're amazing. On that note, I'm going to say thank you so much for joining us. And I want to tell the YouTube community, thank you for joining us, the YouTube community, because this will be going on YouTube. So you can follow, you could like whatever you're supposed to say to end the YouTube. I'm new to YouTube. So guys, in the future, I'll be posting these up on YouTube. I figured out finally how to do it. Unfortunately, you have to have iOS to be able to multicast. I don't have iOS. I work on an Android. So you can subscribe. Thank you. Subscribe on YouTube. Um, my YouTube name is my same name here. And I will also post, you can go to my Instagram and go to my link tree. Uh, my Instagram is the same name. Follow me on Instagram, guys. You can go to my link tree. The link will be on there also for the Whatnot community. Um, I love you, Danny. Thank you so much for joining us today. Okay.
Thank you
I'm
so
gonna
much.
kick
I'm
you
so
off.
honored.
You're
Okay.
amazing. I'm just gonna end this for YouTube and we're gonna kick you off. We love you.